Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back. Sorry, I was a little bit late there for a moment. I had some technical difficulties going on. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Tonight, I want to thank our channel sponsors, which is Yankee Harley Davidson, Cape Cod Harley Davidson, and the Heyman Law Firm, because when you go down, they pick you up. Now, we also have some project sponsors I want to thank, which would be Deadbeat Customs was the first person to sponsor this chopper build, followed by Lowbrow Customs, and a secret person here. And once I remove my virtual background, I'm sure you guys will figure it out. It is the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Well, a legend in his own mind. Moto Nugget, what's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Good, good. Hey, I'd like to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for the donation you made of the rolling chassis behind me to the Homes to the Brave chopper build. I really think that's amazing, supporting homeless veterans and things like that. Hey, Dallas, how you doing? Evil Rick, how are you? Tell me, what made you decide to get away from using this roller for your chopper build and donate it to my charity?
Well, I was looking at it and I kind of was looking at engines and different things and I was just like, I got such a good deal on it. Um, Even when I got there, I knew I knew the Sportster engine wouldn't fit, but I was like, well, it's a good deal. I'm gonna get it anyway. So I got it here. I did my live. Then after thinking about it and looking at the Sportster over here, I was like, you know what? I'm like, dude, I'm already in over my head on this one over here. Right. So I was like, well, maybe I should sell this. I got a good deal on it. Let me sell it, you know, get some money. I got 4 grand in receipts here. Let me sell it. Maybe I can get some money for the Sportster build. But then I thought about it and what you wanted to do and Homes for the Brave. And I was just like, you know what? You know, God put this in my life to give to you. Like I have no business. I have no business having a chopper like that. You know what I mean? I'm just starting out. So that's when I was like, you know what? I gotta donate to this Dr. Harley. He's trying to do his chopper build for Homes for the Brave. He's been working hard at it. And I was like, man, this will give him a good start. So it was a
Actually, actually,
great
it will
thought.
give me a good start because now when I go looking for other donations that says, hey, this is what I have so far, this is where I am, and I want everybody's, now they can see, okay, I have something tangible that I'm starting with that it might actually help me approach companies and get them to, uh, donate. And I want to go back and I want to say you had a come to Jesus moment when you realize you're in over your head.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man. I was looking at the Evo, and with the Sportster, I had a good bike. I had a good donor bike. It ran. I got the wiring harness. I got a lot of right stuff to put a hardtail on this, and get it done. And I was looking at that roller, and I was just like, yeah, I'm in over my head. Like I can't like engine, transmission, like all this other shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to, I'm just like, you know what? It was a good deal. I was excited, but you know, I just realized I was like, this isn't for me. This is for you. And that's why when I called you and I was like, hey, I'll bring it over to your house, let's it worked out. And sometimes things in the universe just work out for a reason. You really don't know why. And I just feel like that's the whole reason that I ended up getting it. And what a great cause, man.
Thank you.
You're talking about vets that come back, whatever issues they have, whatever it is, if they end up homeless, that's got to be a pretty shitty feeling that you went and you fought for this country, you did what was right, and now here you are without a home and without support. And I just think that's great that there's a place that can say, hey, we'll take you in. Let's get you going. You know, let's do this. And what better way than just to donate this is what I was supposed to do. So.
Yep. Well, just to give everybody full transparency, a lot of people made some cash donations through super chats and stickers, and I greatly appreciated with that. I received about $150 through that. After YouTube took their third, I actually got $100. So I kicked in my own 50 of it to bring it back up to 150. My brother's wife, Hannah, donated $250 towards this build. So that gave me $400 cash on hand to buy parts for this build. And, you know, you put it up on Marketplace, I believe, or wherever you did. You're trying to get, you know, substantial money for it. And I said to you on the phone, look, I don't want to insult you because only cash I have for this is $400. And you know, I don't want to offer that. I actually said to you, give it a couple of months, see if you could get the money. And, you know, you said, no, we're just going to do this. I'll take the $400 in cash, and the paperwork's right off on your donation. Did you get that in your email?
Yes, I did. I did get that. Thank you.
No problem. I wanted to send you everything as a packet, so you had it. So when you do your taxes, you could write off the full value of that bike. I would make copies of those receipts for yourself, so you could say, hey, look, here's the value. This is where I donated it to the Homes for the Brave. And then you'll get the tax write-off on your taxes, which I think will be a big help to you and your family. This is a huge help to me and mostly Homes for the Brave. Actually seeing some forward progress on this. You know, Deadbeat Customs came in, they donated a pair of headlights, some wiring, some bricks. Lowbrow Customs came in, they donated a coffin tank and a fuel cap. So I want to ask everybody, and I'm going to bring this up right now to full screen, and I want everybody's opinion on this gas tank before I give my own. I'm going to place it on the frame, and I want everybody to tell me what they think. It's the coffin style tank. Do you guys think that's too big? I mean, too small? Does it need to be bigger? You think it looks funny? Do you think it looks badass? What does everybody think about this tank on this bike? I really want to know. Let me get a couple clamps. So I'm going to clamp this on there so we can all really appreciate it and get a good look at it. And then I can read the comments on the side. So, yeah, clamps are a good thing to have when you're doing some builds. What does everybody think of that tank on that bike? Now, those I don't want to keep that front end. I don't want to keep those handlebars, but I'm going to zoom in and we're going to see what everybody has to say about that. Let's see. Let's see what everybody has to say. I really like the style, but it looks too small on the frame. Got it. Thank you, Corey. Hey, Frog, how you doing, buddy? XAN says, yeah, it's too small. My wife even says too small. And, you know, I agree with everybody. It is too small. I'm going to reach back out to Lowbrow Customs and see if I can exchange it for a different one that's larger. Hopefully the same style. If not, maybe a peanut or something different. That, you know, like I said to Naga before, when you do a custom build, you have a vision in your head of what you want, and it will take quite a bit to, you know, bring it back into, you know, focus, and, you know, it will change 100 times. So there's a change, you know, the tank, you know, that's one of the not the first item I got for this build. It was the last item I got before I got this roller from Noggin. Thank you. And I'm gonna make this other view larger so everybody get an idea. It is a rigid. It's got the horseshoe oil tank, which I want to get rid of. I'm going to put a round barrel style in there. I'm thinking I might put the battery down in front of the back tire, but I would have to extend that fender to protect the battery box. So we'll see how that works out. That might change a couple times before then. So, I got to date the tires. I do want to trim the sides of the fender. I want to go about an inch below where you see the fender support, and I want to trim the length of that fender on the backside about maybe 3 inches from that bolt. This way you see more tire and less fender. So the chopper build is actually moving along and actually getting some traction. Thank you to Moto Noggin. Thank you to Deadbeat Customs and Lowbrow Customs. Hopefully I can add companies in there like V-Twin Manufacturing, maybe Indian Larry. That'd be awesome if I get him in here. Chopper Magazine. I reached out to Cycle Source Magazine and they said they got nothing. Sorry, goodbye. I was like, okay, no worries. Paul Jr., Paul from Paul Jr. Designs, Paul Tuttle Jr., he blatantly says, no, he gets asked that all the time, and his policy, he doesn't make donations, and I respect that. So that's where we are on the chopper build. That's where we are when we got this roller, how we got it. Thank you to Moto Noggin. This here motor, the motor that goes in this is an Evo, 80 cubic inch Evo. I'm going to try and get a remanufactured or a rebuilt Evolution motor with a 5-speed transmission, with a Kickstarter on it as well as an electric start, and also an open primary. I think that would be really, really tits on it. I think that would look awesome. What do you think, Noggin?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I mean, I think that bike, the old 80 cubic inch Evo, I'm kind of happy that I got this bike because I'm going to be honest, like, I didn't really know when people were talking about twin cam and when they were talking about the older engines. Like I knew about the newer engines, but I didn't know about the older engines. So when I started looking for an engine for that, I realized that there was the 80, the 88, the 103,
The 96.
96, and I started realizing. So then I was like, oh, that's what a twin cam is, and the engines are actually very similar. As far as the block on the bottom. But, there's little changes here and there. But I was kind of excited because the 80-inch Evo is such a classic. I think most people would say that was the engine that not saved Harley, but really helped Harley when they bought it back from AMC. They came out with this 80-inch Evo engine, and it evolved into something so much bigger and better. And
actually, the Evo motor was the motor that saved Harley Davidson. You were correct with that statement.
Right.
Because a lot of people lost a lot of faith in Harley Davidson during the AMF years because of quality control issues AMF had. They know about bowling. They don't know anything about motorcycling or machinery or motors or engines. So, no, it's going to be rigid mounted, Zen. It's going to be direct rigid mounted motor. It's going to be a big giant vibrator. The only isolation you're going to have is the padding in the seat. But yeah, that was the motor that saved Harley Davidson. And I admit it, and there's a lot of people who are closer to Harley Davidson than I am that agree with me on that. I don't want to throw any names out there, I'll name drop, but there's a lot of people out there, to include people at the Harley Davidson Motor Company, sit there and say, yeah, the Evo motor was the motor to save Harley Davidson because they stopped leaking oil, number one. Number two, they were more reliable and dependable because they got away from points and condensers and went to electronic ignition. And, that was the beauty part of the Evo 2, is they moved ahead in technology. Let's see, is it just music, audio, sound a bit off? I don't know, DDK, is it?
You sound a little far away. I think it might just be because you're in your garage, so it's maybe a little echoey, but
How's that? Is that better?
yeah, still a little echo, but better. Yeah.
Or reverb? Sorry, I don't know.
Reverb, man. Yeah, no, so Frogzilla, I'll be sending you these shocks. I know you said you needed a pair of Sportster shocks. I don't know how good they are. They're from 2002. They seem great. They look great. You said you need a pair. I will send them out to you, and I hope you can use them, because it was, like sometimes you talk about like fate and just things happening for a reason. Well, so after I went to Dr. Harley, he used that money, and I was like, you know what, $400. I wanted to get something for the frame so I could continue my build on the Evo, on the Sportster. And yeah, so it was kind of funny, because I went to Dr. Harley. I dropped the bike off there. We hung out for a little bit, talked, whatever, and then I actually drove from his house to New Hampshire, where I got there was a guy who was selling a lowbrow custom rigid frame for my exact year Sportster, with a well-done oil tank, the round version, and a chopper seat. Now, I'm not going to use the chopper seat because I got a different idea. But anyway, I got it for half price of what I would have paid if I ordered it online. And then, like, that's just kind of those little things that the universe does, or fate or God or whoever, whatever you believe in.
Chopper guys.
Yeah, that just kind of tell you, like, yeah, this is what you're supposed to do. And I really felt good donating that to, Dr. Harley. And I kind of even felt bad for taking the $400, but it helped me get to what I needed on this one. And yeah, so,
No, you know, and I don't blame you. But guys, I started this project with a dream, a desire, and knowledge and will. And because of everybody here and the corporate sponsors and Moto Noggin, with donating parts, and you guys donating cash, which is greatly appreciated. And as you can see, I'm far from done. I still have to get a motor trans primary, Springer front end with some bunny ear handlebars, or maybe now, since it's a 97 frame with an Evo, I'll probably go with 8 hangers. I do want to change the sissy bar out, chop that rear fender, change the kickstand because I don't like the standard kickstand. I want to get an actual chopper kickstand for it, they look really cool out of billet aluminum. So there's still more work to be done, but this has been, I think it's mid-April I started talking about this, about getting it done, and here we are today, guys. I got a frame with a tank, too small of a tank. I'm gonna reach out, like I said, to Lowbrow Customs. They were very willing to give me the tank and the gas cap. I'm gonna see if I can ship them back the tank, and they can ship me something larger. Hey, Janet, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. Great show tonight you guys had at the Unaffiliated. If you guys haven't been to their show yet, go ahead, check them out. They have a live every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they're hilarious. It's a good time.
Nice.
Hey, Dallas, DDK.
Hey, what's up, Dallas? What's up, everybody?
So to answer everybody's question, yes, this was the Noggin frame. It is now the Homes to the Brave frame. We're starting to get some traction, a little bit, but some traction is better than no traction or loss of traction. So I haven't decided if I want to do a chain drive or belt drive on this yet.
I think you got to go chain. I mean, that's just me. It's going to be a chopper. It's got to be a chain. It's got to have no directional. It's got to be very, very basic, man. No turn signals, just headlight, tail light. That's what I think of when I think of chopper. But there's a chopper. There's a million ways to do it, and I've been trying to get ideas myself, like what I want to do in my sporty, what type of front end, all that. But the one thing I want to say, Dr. Harley, is the one thing I love about that frame is the story, right? Like the guy ordered it. I have all the paperwork here. I got a mail to Dr. Harley because I forgot it. And the guy ordered it in 1997. It came from California. It came from what's the name of the company? Hold on, I forget.
You got the paperwork. I don't.
Yeah, Atlas Pro Magnum. It came from Apple Valley, California. So this guy ordered it, and I don't know what his plans were. But I mean, dude, this is back in 97. Like I graduated in 96. Like, and I'm, so I'm sitting here going, where the hell has this frame been for all these years? And then all of a sudden I get my hands on it and Dr. Harley needs a frame for a build. And it's like, you can find old shovel head frames and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's just kind of weird how, I got my hands on this and now he has it. It's a 97. It was just sitting there for all those years, just collecting dust. And now it's going to be a badass chopper. Like it was saved. You know what I mean? The frame was saved. So I love that story.
Yep. This frame was born in 97 and it's going to actually get its birth and righteousness to life here in my OR. And then whoever wins it, hopefully will love it, cherish it, and ride the snots out of it. Hello, Tiger. Thank you for coming in, man. So yeah, this is where we are with this build. It's, I'm excited about it. I know Noggins excited about it.
Hell yeah.
But I will be hopefully getting a Springer front end for this, removing the telescopic front end, putting a proper chopper front end on it. In my opinion, all choppers have to have a Springer. That's just my opinion. If they don't, it does not make that. They're still a chopper, but proper choppers. Words suck tonight. To me personally, Springer front end. It's the sexiest front end Harley Davidson's ever produced, hands down. End of story. You can't change my mind. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it, and because I love them. And you have two people who love Springers and people who hate Springers. The people who hate them, who rode them, hate them because they feel every part of the road. People that love them, like me, I love them because I feel every part of the road, and they're fun. I mean, yes, I'm the Springer. You see, everybody agrees with me about the Springer. I agree. It needs to be a Springer, yeah. Yeah, definitely. When you put a Springer on this, and I will probably do that video. Definitely, every part of this build I'm going to do a video on. Some might be live, definitely be a long form content, and I'll build its own little playlist, Home to the Brave Chopper. And hopefully we get some traction with some corporate sponsorship on this. The end of this month, I'm meeting with Ted, who owns V-Twin Manufacturing, and also the owner of the Motorcyclopedia Museum. I've already had one meeting with him. He didn't say no. I know he was chewing on it. So I'm going to put him on the spot basically at the end of this month and sit him down and say, hey, look, man, this is where I'm at. This is what I need to really get some traction on this. Can I count on you to do this? Because he does reproduction engines of flatheads, knuckleheads, panheads, shovel heads, and I think Evos, if not a shovel. I will modify the mounts on this to accept a shovel. Or either one. Or a knuckle. I'll take any one of them. And I will modify this frame to make it happen. If I have to, I will.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is too, is like right now we're looking at it, it's just a basic frame. You don't have an engine, but at the end of the day, when this thing's ready, man, this thing is going to raise so much money for the Homes for the Brave. And, it's just, to me, I never was in the military. My son was. My son was in the Navy for 7 years. And then he got out and everything. But, I was never in the military. But, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things, like when you meet people from the military, like, you want to say thank you. But it's also like, thanks for your service. And they say, oh, thank you, But it's like, I just feel like, when you do something like this, what Dr. Harley's doing, building this, he's basically building his dream chopper, and then he's going to give it away.
Yeah.
To raise money for Homes for the Vets. And I just think that's just awesome. And man, I mean, it hit me when I knew I talked to Dr. Harley, and then I was like, let me think about it. And man, I knew. I was like, dude, he's like, no, he's like, sell it. He's like, take a month, try to get the money out of it. And I said, no, I deleted the listing. It's your frame. It was meant to go to you. And, he's going to build his dream chopper and give it away. I mean,
yeah. DDK, I might reach out to S&S and see if they would be interested in a partnership. That would be amazing if they do. I love their motors. I love their performance kits. I'm not a big fan of their cams. I'm going to say it out loud. Not a really big fan of the cams because there's a lot going on. But, and I will reach out to them after this weekend because tomorrow morning we're leaving for, I won't say it's upstate New York, but it's like mid-state New York, I want to say, East Durham, New York, to Catskill Mountain Thunder. And
yeah, that's not upstate.
Yeah. So, hey, Flip the Blue Mule, how you doing? Hey, if you ever want to get rid of that bad boy, let me know. That's been one of my dream bikes to own as a bad boy. Good evening, Mike, my brother. How are you? Good evening. Jamin goes M8. You know what, Jamin? I have toyed around with that idea because I do have a 114 cubic inch motor here with 5,500 miles on it, sitting on an engine stand, and I know 100% of that history because that came out of my Sawtail. So that would be kind of cool, but I would have to do some restructuring to make that work. It can be done. Was it Me Machinist and they took an FXR and put an MA in it. I thought that was kind of cool, which is also a Evo frame, so it can be done. To straight pipe MA. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Hannah. Guys, Hannah was made a healthy donation to this chopper build to buy a frame. And Hannah, here it is. This is where your money went. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for helping us out. And yeah, this bad boy's only got 2,600 miles on it. Like I said, if you need to find it a home, I got a home for a bad boy. Always do.
Now, is that Mike with the RV?
Yes. That's his wife.
What's going on, man?
And Hannah's his wife. She's a sweetheart. And thank you. She says, I believe in your project and you. Thank you so much. By the way, Hannah, I have your headlight. It's in. Whenever you want to do it, let me know. I got a headlight in from Low Yo LED, a company in China. They donated it to my channel to do an install and review of it. That will be coming as soon as Hannah gets her bike down here, because I don't want to remove my custom dynamics headlight, and so I'm going to be putting it in her bike. So Hannah, let me know when you're available after this weekend. It's not that long of an install. We can have fun with it. That's okay. I'll rip that whole wiring harness out and put in a new one. That'll fix every electrical issue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it doesn't, does it have an ECM?
No,
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's, it's,
it only
it's
can be,
87, dude.
it can only be so many things.
Yep, I'm chasing all the relays and rewiring. Oh, right on, right on. V-Twin Manufacturing makes a replacement wiring harness. You could get just the handlebars, you could get the main harness, and all the subsequent harnesses, which would be for turn signals, tail lights, brake lights, things like that. I put it in my 93 Softail and it worked great. No, it doesn't have fuses, they have circuit breakers. This bike I will have a fuse panel. It's going to be hidden, but easily accessible. I'm going to make something that's going to be mounted in a visible, easily accessible, but well camouflaged area for the fuse panel to go into. Cletus is feeling refreshed. Bike is running strong. Don't want to come home. Well, good for you. Don't ride to Connecticut. Come on up. Come to Catskills with us. Tweedle, you could do it.
Hell yeah, dude. Twiddle will throw down miles. He ain't scared.
No,
No, he
you
ain't
know
scared.
what? I tell you what, Tweedle, you come up, we go to Catskills, we'll make a detour to Noggin's house and we'll see how fast his bike really is.
Hey, I'm down for that, dude. I'll come down and whoop all your ass.
Weekend, man.
But
So
yeah.
here's everybody, Noggin, you should come out Saturday.
Okay.
Ronnie Pool's playing, Adelita Way is playing, and Saliva's playing.
Yeah.
So you should come out, man. Check out the bands, have a good time.
Oh hell yeah, dude. So is there like a campground and shit?
Yeah, I'm sure there's campgrounds around there. I'm staying right at the Blackthorn Resort. I don't know if they have on-site camping or not. I don't know. It's my first time there.
They got a bathtub? Because I'll just sleep in the bathtub.
They got a swimming pool.
Wow, that's good, you know. But no, dude, I'll come down. I mean, I'd love to come out and hang out with you and just look at all the bikes and just see what it's about. It's a local rally.
Yep. You know who else is going to be there doing a build? Lady Bike Builder.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome to meet her too. She seemed like a really cool person when you had her on your channel. So that would be cool, for sure. So
yeah. And Mike says he may do a trip on Saturday. Brother, I hope you do. Come on out, man. It's going to be a great time with those three bands. I know they have a restaurant. They have a tiki bar, food vendors, and other than that, I don't know because I've never been there before. I've never been to the Catskills. Never mind the Mountain Thunder. They're, I don't know.
Mike, get the RV ready, man. We're making a trip. We're making a trip, brother.
He's actually riding his new Road Glide ST down to Biketoberfest.
Oh yeah, because I know that you were saying that. So he got the new Road Glide ST. Now, what color did he get?
Black.
Black. Yeah, I mean, it's black or white, right? I mean, that was the
yeah, black or it's like a off-white tan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not big on the. I don't know. I mean, I mean, it's a nice color, but the off white or the pearl white they have, I don't know. It never really just did it for me. I think a black Harley is just fits,
Yep. Okay, he wants the address. Let me give you a minute here. Let's see if I can find it. Got it.
Damn, man, ready for Daytona next year, dude. It's
Oh yeah, it's going to be on.
Mike, I'm trying to build my sporty and have it ready for Daytona to have it down there, man. So, I'm hoping that I'll be able to have it down there and maybe meet up with all you guys. Well, I mean, I'll probably see you and Dr. Harley anyway, but We'll hang out the cabbage. No, not the cabbage patch. The what is it?
Tackleberry.
Cackleberry. I've been watching so many Sturgis videos. I'm already saying patch and shit like that. But yeah, the cackleberry. But I would like to do something. Hopefully, not to try to win anything, but just put it in a show or whatever. Just people can look at it and you know.
So Tweedle, what you should do is reach out to Monkey, since they're putting the green body kit on Mrs. Monkey's bike. They'll have that white body kit. Maybe, just maybe, you could score it. I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I think they wanted to keep the white though because it was a CVO, right? Oh no.
No, they're making it green.
Right. Yeah, okay, you're right.
Hey, PA, welcome, my friend. You came late to the show. People who made cash donations to the Homes for Brave chopper build, I was able to raise $400 so far, and that $400 went right to this chopper frame that's behind me, courtesy of the man, the myth, the legend in his own mind, Mr. Moto Noggin. So everybody who's late, that's how I got this frame. Noggin had a come to Jesus moment, realized he was in over his head to build this. We worked out a deal. I got the frame for $400 plus some paperwork so he could do a tax write-off. And he brought it down here to me. Now, just so everybody knows, he drove from upstate New York down to my house, which was what, 3.5 hours traveling it?
Yeah, I think it's about 3 hours, yeah.
Dropped the bike off, hung out for a hot minute. I handed him the cash. We put the roller in the garage or the OR, and then he took off to New Hampshire to go buy a well-done rigid section for his bike. So he came 6 hours out of his way, plus gave me this frame at it should be a legal price,
Yeah, but that's where it was meant to be, man. I mean, and that's why I was like, and you were like, yeah, keep it for a month, try to sell it. And I was just like, you know what? It's not about money. And in this world we live in where money, cash is king, money is king, money's power, right? But there's just some things that just, it's not about money. And that was it. Like I could care less about the money. Like the $400 got me my hardtail, got me the stuff I need to kind of continue my project, my first bike build that I've ever done. And so it's not about money. This is about the charity, the Homes for the Brave. This is about the men and women who fought for our country and
are unfortunately homeless, and
yeah.
And, they're not a government subsidized non-for-profit. They work off of pure donations. And yes, when the VA or other hospitals send them veterans to stay there, they do pay for their beds. So there is some money coming in, but it doesn't really cover everything, where they have the behavioral health specialists on hand, they have a nurse on hand, the food that comes in. There's a restaurant in Bridgeport that donates dinner there every night of the week. And it doesn't matter if it's a blizzard, a hurricane, he gets the food there. And, that's, I think it's Bozzy's in Bridgeport that does that. That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully, they'll see this video. I did tag them in it, or this live,
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of people say don't get political, but it's not political; it's facts. And we have a country that's willing to do more for illegals or migrants, whatever you want to call them. They're willing to put them up. They're willing to give them everything they need to come here and whatever. And you got people that fought for our country, and no matter even if they weren't on the battlefield, even if they were a doctor or nurse, whatever they were doing, the fact that there could be homeless vets, people that have fought for our country that are homeless, and yet, the government's taking our tax money and giving it to, you know, people that are undocumented, whatever, that just pisses me off. And so, we got to take care of our own first, and these guys are our own. So,
Absolutely. And
yeah.
Mike, I already have a parts list, stringer front end, handlebars, collar, sissy bar in the back, barrel-shaped oil tank, a motor, transmission, open primary. Uh, I want to do different forward controls. If I could get them, that's great. If not, then I'll use what's here. Because it does have forward controls. I want to get a chopper kickstand that mounts right behind the transmission. I think those look hot, gives it that real custom flair to it. And that's what I'm looking to do. So there's my shopping list. I got headlights. I'm gonna have to custom make the brackets for those. I'm not gonna use the headlight that's on here. Definitely not gonna use that because I have some pretty badass small yellow round ones that have a low and a high beam in it. So yeah, definitely. Definitely need a battery. Definitely, I have some wiring to make my own wiring harness, but I'll probably buy a chopper wiring harness for Evos, or maybe a shovel, knuckle, whatever motor I can get into here. Whatever motor I get, I've already had a come to Jesus moment that I will modify the frame to accept that motor at the motor mounts, whether I have to re-drill some holes or cut off the mount and re-weld in a new one. I don't care. It's going to happen, whether I get anywhere from a knuckle to an Evo. If it's an Evo, it's a lot less work on me. But if I get a knuckle or a pan or a shovel, that would be amazing, because then I could still go with the 60s style, but with a back tire. And that's a 200 series back tire.
Yeah. So, yeah, that frame, that's a long frame. It's a stretch frame. And I saw somebody say, oh, that needs a big stretch tank. And that's the same thing I said. And it just reminded me of like when American choppers came out, or OCC choppers, I don't even know what it was called. But the bikes they were building, like those were the frames. They were big, long, fat tire, big stretch tank, just, real presence. And so when I got that frame, I was just like, dude, it was like going back in freaking time to watching those shows. But if anybody has an engine that they want to donate or whatever,
Yeah.
And
or if you have an Evo bike sitting around that's got bent frame or bashed up front end, and you're looking to get rid of it, you can't sell it because it's nobody wants to buy a bent up crash bike. I do have the paperwork where you could write off the full value of that motorcycle prior to the crash, as long as the casings and everything aren't cracked or broken and everything's still usable. Or if I have to rebuild the motor, I'll do that. And get a hold of me. I'll put my email address in the side chat. So if I could,
and I'll pick it up. I mean, if something, let me know.
There is my email address. Get a hold of me. I'd get back to you. I'd really appreciate it if anybody has anything out there. If you want to make a cash donation towards this build, you can either put it in super chats, or you can go to my Venmo, which is right here for Venmo. It's at our shop, and the proof's in the pudding, man. Every penny that gets donated for this project goes to this project. It goes no further.
Hell yeah, and I'm sure probably Venmo is better because
they won't take a third.
Yeah, right. Like and that's the thing. Like I've heard people say that on the bigger YouTubers when they're doing that, they're like, oh man, like give it to the charity, don't give it to me because somebody's gonna take a cut of it. So they Venmo you money, all that money's going right to the cause.
Yep. And my wife is right. I left the T out. Here's the correct spelling. I can't even spell my name right now. But that's all right. we all make mistakes, and what first person doesn't make a mistake, I like to meet you. But
Yeah, well, that whoever that Rover Chop is getting a shit ton of emails right now.
nice, Mike. I hope to see you. Yes, it's only 133 miles away, bro. That's just a morning ride, the way we like to ride. Just get
Yeah, I
over
mean,
the idea. Last weekend, he decided to go for a ride, and he ended up in the White Hills in New Hampshire.
nice.
Hey, why not?
Sometimes that's, what's better than going on a ride where you're just riding, you don't got a GPS, you don't got a phone mount, you just kind of go left, you just kind of go right, and you
Well,
really
and he
get
wanted to
lost.
go up that way. That was his idea. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna go up ride the White Hills when it's not crowded with everything, for the rallies or anything." So it was a perfect time. He found some great roads, he said, that didn't even know exist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So PA Biker said, send a link out, he'll come.
Yeah, I'll be sending a link out at the 1 hour part. Actually, just go anyways. Yes, let's go. Come on. Love to have you up there with me. Love my brother. My wife's funny.
Yep.
She had a brain fart the day she said I do.
Man, you ain't kidding.
Either that or she was drunk. I think when they asked her, do you? I think she said, I do what? I said, close enough, move on.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was funny that she said not guilty.
It's funny because I don't remember you at the wedding.
I saw the video.
How old were you in 96?
96. I was 18. I was graduating high school, dude. I was literally graduating.
Oh, no, she says no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I married way out of my class, I tell you that. And way up.
Yeah.
Way up. I'm very lucky to have a woman like that because she puts up with me.
Hell yeah. And she's into bikes too. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that she'll ride with you anywhere, really. I mean,
absolutely. She's my ride or die, man. When we were coming back from Gettysburg and literally torrential downpours, the highway was literally flooding. And I, before we left, I says, want me to get a hold of Mike and Hannah? Good night, Mike. You could ride with them in the RV. And she's like, no, I'm riding with you. And then we left, and when we hit the rain, we stopped for gas. I says, are you okay with this? You want to get a rental car and follow me home or what? She goes, no, I'm on the bike. Let's just go. I'm like, all right.
yeah, watch it get soaked, man. I mean, it's funny when you ride, you get to a point where, you're like, man, I wish I brought my rain gear. And then you just get to a point where you're soaked and you're like, fuck it.
Well, we did bring our rain gear and we did get it on as it started to lightly rain. We got a little moist, but no big deal. But when you're in torrential downpours, I mean, where the highway is flooding, and I mean, it's literally flooding. There's like 2 inches of standing water on the highway. I don't care what rain gear you have, it's going to get through. And we got soaked. You know what?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's it, man. When you feel the water hit your butt crack, you're soaked. There's no going back after that. You're just like, man, done. But I wanted to say, Dr. Harley, I saw a backpack that I think would be perfect for Mel. Because there's this girl who rides around here, and she has a pink scooter, and she wears a pink helmet with like cat ears on it.
Yeah.
And I've seen her around, and I'm like, oh, whatever. But the other day I was behind her, and she has a backpack, clear case on it, and air holes, and she had her chihuahua in there. So I was like, Mel could bring her cats. Like literally, you put the cats in there.
Well, I don't know what happened to Noggin. We lost him on that one. Noggin, if you get your internet back.
Dude, it would be awesome. Think about it. You could bring your cats with.
Noggin, what's going on with your internet, buddy? You keep going in and out.
I don't know. I must hate cats.
Oh, I don't hate cats. I love my cats.
I know. I would say, I mean, bring your animals with you,
You're out your mind.
Oh, the Thumpers are in the house.
Yes, Dina and Thumper. Hello, welcome. I'll be putting let me put the link out now. You good with that, Noggin?
Hell yeah, dude. It's your show, man. I'm just fucking here.
Well, no, this was all about you and your donation tonight.
Dude, it's all good, man. It ain't about me. It's about Home for the Greats, man.
Heartfelt donation that I wanted to,
Hell yeah.
Share with you.
Hell yeah.
Share with the world that what you did. It was amazing, and I really appreciate it. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Anytime, man. I mean, like I said, I met you for a reason. I got that chopper frame. Dude, I had no business getting that chopper frame. I mean, not in a million years. Why would I ever get something like that? It was to get it to you, man. Pass it along, baby.
Yeah.
So
passing it along like he says. There's the link, PA, and anybody else who wants to jump in. Tonight we're talking about choppers, chopper builds, and all things chopper. If you want to come in and just thank Noggin for his generous donation, that's awesome. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you want to jump on and make a pledge to this build, please feel free to do so. Try not to let this get run away. And here's our first victim, second guest. What's up, PA?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? How you doing?
Good. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, nice job you doing there, Doc. Noggin, that's a wonderful thing you did, man. You really ought to be proud of yourself. You too, Doc. The things you're doing is just amazing. It's just unbelievable. Brings tears to my eyes, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad to see that you're not. Last time I saw you, I think you were in the hospital. So.
Yeah, not this time. But
yeah,
I am out of work.
Yeah, but you're okay.
I'm glad to see you out. Doing all right.
Hey, I quit for like 8 months, man. And I just started about a month ago back. It ain't nothing to quit again. I'm a firm believer if you start something, you should be able to give it up.
Yeah.
Evil Rick, that's PA Biker. You didn't know PA? You don't know PA Biker?
Come on.
PA Biker 65 out of Pennsylvania.
Yep. I'll be up your way in Connecticut probably sometime next week. A buddy of mine's coming here. He's buying a bike for his first bike. I found him a Yamaha Virago.
Yeah, whereabouts?
Huh?
Whereabouts?
He lives in Jewett City.
Yeah, that's quite a ways from me.
Yeah. But I was thinking maybe if I had time on my way back through.
You're more than welcome to swing by.
Swing by, Bring you some jungle juice or something. I don't know.
Always.
But yeah.
Look out, we're all in trouble. Here's another man, the myth, the legend. Well, maybe
Mr. XN.
Biker.
God damn it, T-Mobile. There he is.
There he is. I about threw my phone across the room tonight. It didn't want to work at all, and I was so pissed off at it. I'm like, I hate these damn things.
I don't blame you. Hey, PA, XAN, how you doing, buddy?
All right, just a second. I got to get my sound straightened out.
That's right.
So, yeah, I found him a Yamaha Virago for $500.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to do a little bit of work for him, help him with it, clean the carburetors, simple shit.
Yep.
All right. I'm proud of you, Noggin.
Thank you.
I'm going to say, when you first got that, okay, he's got the purple bike, and of course, it tore me up when you tore that thing apart. but then you got, trade the tins for this thing. And like,
Yeah.
okay, Noggin has no business. I mean, just from watching you. But what are you going to do with the purple one now? You can make a bobber out of it.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was thinking, man. I was like, I mean, I got there and I looked at the frame and I'm like, my 883 engine's not going to fit in here. But I'm like, well, just act cool because the guy's willing to give it to you. And I knew that like the bike was, I mean, the rims alone, I mean, the guy had $4,000 in receipts, so I was like, do it. And I got it. And then I did the live and, the next day I'm just like, I'm in over my head, man. Like, yeah, I probably could get this 40 going, but there's no way I'm going to build a freaking chopper, needing an engine, a transmission, a wiring, and all the stuff that's going to take,
Right.
like I'm just starting out here, you know what I mean? So then I realized, I just, and I think I'm a true believer in everything happens for a reason. And, big believer in faith. And I feel like that came into me to get to Doc,
Right. Well, I think that 883 can make a good little bobber.
Yeah.
Also, I got a great chopper. He got a weld-on hardtail section for that bike, and he's found the welder. Hopefully, he's got a frame jig to put that in.
You don't need one. The way they do it is basically you cut the frame, you put the weld-on part in, you bolt the engine in, and the engine is your frame jig. Once you bolt that in, you weld it up, you're good to go.
Now, are you going to have the welder do all that, or are you going to do it all and bring him the frame to weld?
No, he actually lives like literally a block away from me, and he's actually
I bet you he'll use a jig because you're going to have something to square it out and everything.
No, I'm telling you, man, they make this, and tons of people do it, and you use the engine as the jig.
No.
I mean, I'm sure you could use a jig, but the way it goes, the way you cut it, the way you put it on, I've watched a million videos on it of people who have done it, and they're okay. So hopefully I'll be okay.
Well, I mean, even Blockhead, I mean, he thought, he'd just do that. They had to redo it. They had to use a jig because Blockhead thought, okay, it just goes slaps on, and it doesn't.
Well, I guess I'm going to find out. Hopefully not the hard way.
Yeah. Did you watch Blockhead's video when doing the weld-on of that section?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, and the thing is, all the instructions with these, whether you get it through TC Pros, Lowbrow Customs, throttleaddiction.com, any of those guys, it's the same thing. You cut it here, you cut it here, cut it here, slide it on. But you have to mount your engine. You have to mount every engine mount, and you get that. And once you get that on, the frame is true. Then you weld it, as much as you can. Then you take the engine out and you finish the weld. That's the instructions. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Now, before he welds, I want you to grind down the powder coat or paint that's on that frame, so he has good, clean metal to weld to.
Yep.
And hit it with some acetone to clean any oils off of the two areas that you're welding together. This way it's clean, there's no oils, there's no nothing, no contaminants for that weld. I'm sure your welder knows all that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who he does like roadside stuff where like if a truck breaks down on the side of the road, like he'll bring his truck with he has the welder on it, and he does emergency service. So, yeah. So I mean, it sounds like he's highly qualified, so he should know what he's doing. But I've also I also watched a video of somebody installing a 1200 hooligan kit, an S&S hooligan kit on their 883, and I'm like, man, I want it so bad. I'd love to do that. I mean, they take you step by step. I'd love to be able to do that, tear it into the engine, and actually really, really build it. But I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, you know, the frame jig probably is a great idea, but I don't have that, you know.
It gets expensive when you start getting into that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, a lot of these people do this with these frames and they get them okay. There's a lot of the choppers you see at the shows and stuff, they're all the same thing. So hopefully, we'll be good.
Right.
All right.
If not, I'll turn it into a trike, I guess, you know.
There you go. Hey, I got a trike kit out here. Buddy of mine's got one out here.
Oh yeah?
It's a Voyager.
Yeah?
Yep.
Let's do it up, man.
What number?
I'm not even sure. He sold it to my
'Cause I'm
friend.
looking
My
for
friend
one.
took. Go ahead.
I'm looking for one to fit my V Star. I got 1300 V Star.
It came off a V-Star.
Oh.
Yep.
What size V Star? What size V Star?
1100 or something like that.
It might work.
There you
I'll
go.
have to check.
I'll ask my buddy what
I
he
think
wants
1100 and 1300 take the same size.
Yeah. Because when I was down and out, I wasn't able to hold my dresser up, my bag rather, and I was going to put it on mine. The only reason why I didn't want to
That's something
was because I don't
messing up
like
the
that
StreamYard.
third wheel. Yeah, I'll ask him what he wants for it. I'm sure he just, wants what he got into it, because he bought it
Right.
for his fat boy, and
Right.
he decided that I guess it was going to cost him whatever it was to get the parts, because I guess it's different types. Whatever you got to order for different types of bikes, I guess.
Well, if it didn't come with the mounting hardware,
Well,
you gotta buy
everything that was
separate.
on it, I have
Yeah.
over here in the corner.
Right.
So, but it's nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, I
Well, I'll
keep it
tell
out
you
my
what,
backyard for him.
Shoot me an email at 1xanbiker@gmail and
Okay.
with some details.
All right.
What's up,
But
Q?
it's 1xanbiker
Number
at
one.
Gmail. Right.
All right. All
What's
right.
up, dude?
We got
Yeah.
the biggest little YouTube channel. Did I say it right?
I don't know, did you?
I think so. I don't
Riding and wrenching, yeah, the biggest little YouTube channel on the internet web. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool dude, man.
Yeah.
know. He's an awesome guy,
Yeah.
man. I had him on when I was doing live streams, I had him on. He was super cool. And now he's got the CVO, and I've been watching that stuff. And
Yeah, right on. The CVO is awesome. I love that one.
Yeah.
but it's 9:03, so I want to take a bet on Mrs. and Mrs. Thumper. Who is actually typing? Is it Mrs. Thumper or is it Mr. Thumper?
It's Thumper.
Oh, it's Mrs.
Well, I don't know because she goes to bed pretty early.
Well, Thumper says whenever you see him in the side chats, that's him. She's all the work behind the camera. He's on all the lives and everything like that.
She pretty much.
I was right. It's Thumper.
Oh, no, he says
Yeah,
it's him.
She watches Matlock and then goes to bed.
That's a sign of old age.
Damn, they're
And they're
throwing our
younger than
age
I
out
am.
there.
Well, here's the link if everybody else wants to jump on. We're gonna go for 2 hours because tomorrow I'm leaving for my last rally of 2023 already. And,
Ocean City. Huh?
No, we're going to Catskill Mountain Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh,
We were invited last year to Catskill Mountain Thunder after I already had my reservations and plans and everything set up for Ocean City. And I told them that. I said, I'll go next year. I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
See you, John.
So there it is. That's why we're going up there. But They got Drowning Pool, Saliva, and Elliot's Way playing on Saturday.
Drowning Pool?
Yeah, man.
Holy shit, dude. I haven't heard that in a freaking
Yeah,
long time, man.
No,
So,
Saliva's supposed to be at Black's Blues and Barbecue also.
yep.
Oh, no shit. Saliva?
Yeah.
I'm going way
Wow. I'll never say that about my wife.
I wouldn't dare.
back. I don't know.
No, I like to keep
Tina
what
did-
equipment I've
Good night,
got.
Jim.
He did trade in the sporty. So they say a sports was a young man's or woman's bike.
No, that's just.
I don't believe that.
I'm just messing with it.
You know, I couldn't resist that one. You just opened the door.
I am still upset that she traded her bike in. She should have kept it. That 40 was
Why?
nice.
She's got a badass bike, man. A lowrider.
I
ass.
know, but you know what, dude? Like, I don't know. Like, everybody who started out on a Sportster, when you trade your Sportster and you get a different bike, eventually you start to miss that Sportster again. I don't know why, but there's just something about them, man.
I think she should. Bring
But she
it
didn't.
to
She
me.
didn't actually start out on a Sportster. She started out on
No.
dirt bikes.
Right.
I
right.
think Dana should bring me her lowrider S, and I'll do a whole bunch of motor work for her and get that thing stupid fast.
Oh, hell yeah.
The
Hell yeah.
Thumper will be jealous because she'll be faster than him.
Well, she already is.
Mm.
That's 117.
Wow, too funny.
Yeah, she needs to get a deal with Ad Van Black now.
I've been trying to get that deal going for their new lowrider ST fairing.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah,
I mean, realistically,
Yeah, I know
that
that bike
fairing,
won't stay black for long.
that fairing is just an FXR fairing, right?
It's a redesigned FXR fairing.
Right. They're bringing back because like the FXR was a fail. They brought it and then like it like became a thing and everybody started building them, and now they like built the new FXR and they call it a lowrider ST, which is cool. I mean, I like that look and they're awesome bikes.
Now, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this one. So I like the old FXR fairing, but I like the lowrider ST fairing better. I think it's got a lot more style to it, a lot more function to it, and that's just me, you know. And don't get me wrong, dude. I love old school stuff. I really do.
Oh yeah, I do too.
But the FXR fairing compared to the lowrider ST fairing, I believe the lowrider ST fairing is a lot better looking fairing.
Yeah. Well, and it's designed with a purpose. Like everybody who rides on one says it deflects the wind, and the way that they designed it, I guess, is phenomenal.
Well, on my lowrider S, I like having the wind. That's why I got a soft tail.
Right.
I got the bagger for, you know, the long road trips, the long hauls this way. Yep, see, he even says her bike's already faster than mine. Yeah, but I can make it even faster, Pepper. Bring it to me. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that 117, man. I mean, you could have
Throw a nice stage 2 on that bad boy, or we go all the way to a 131, or wait till the 135 comes out for soft tails.
She said, "Watch
I
it."
want to answer riding and wrenching. He says, I want a Triumph Rocket. I saw one of those Rocket 3s yesterday. Man, that's got a big motor in it. Man. I can see why they call her a rocket.
The Memphis shaped fairings are more of the Dyna Bro style fairings. I like them as well, especially over the bullet fairing they put on, which is basically the headlight trim. Honestly, I don't think it does anything personally. Maybe in a wind tunnel it does, but on the street, I don't notice a difference. I actually took it off for a ride when I first got it to see if it made a difference. In my opinion, it didn't.
Q, you should ride Sports for Us.
Hey, I took one. My buddy just bought one, and I took it for a ride the other day. I was shocked. I was really shocked the power that it has.
What, the Rocket 3s?
No, Noggin's bike.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a buddy of mine just bought one, and I took it for a ride, and holy shit, I was shocked.
So his next vacation's gonna be Provincetown?
Dude, I try to tell people, man. I try to tell people like this bike is quick, and a lot of people, I don't know a lot. I think it's because Baggers 1450, whatever the replacement. They don't realize this bike is quick, dude. Like it'll eat up a 600, a Jap bike 600. Like when has Harley ever said that? Like,
It's quick.
See?
Yeah.
Hugh even says he has to take some estrogen pills first.
Dude, you're well past that at this age.
Yep.
Oh.
But, so yeah, this, I got some things in the works. I got some hopes and dreams in the works here. Hopefully they pan out. I've had a lot of no's. I've had a couple maybes and a whole bunch of no answers. So the no answers, I'm going to go back and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I have. This is what I need. This is what I'm doing it for. This is what I have to give you in exchange. Are you interested? Especially coming up at the end of the year where companies are going to be looking for any way to do a tax write-off to lessen their tax responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
So
I also think that maybe at the end when when it's coming to fruition, you might have companies that want to hop on at that point once they see what you've built, and it's kind of like, hey, you weren't there in the beginning.
yeah, well, who knows? Maybe after you get done with this, that they will all want to get on board, and then I could build my chop.
The chop.
The chops. Well, I can't say the chops chopper because there's a builder here in Connecticut called Log Riders Pete, and he built my cousin a bike. It was in the cover of Easy Rider magazine and was titled the Chops Chopper.
All right. Well, we can do our chop.
Dr. Harley's chopper.
Dr. Chopper. There we go.
Dr. Chopper or Chopper Doctor. Here you go.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
The chopper doctor.
First,
I was just going to say that.
let me get the Homes with a Break chopper done. And then once it's at paint, then they can start selling raffle tickets to this thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to try to win it back.
You know what? I hope you do, Noggin.
Because I just think that
you won't take it, and it's a winner. Because I think that would be.
I'll only buy one ticket.
I think it'd be pure destiny, and I have no control over that raffle. They can only get 100%. I've already told my wife and my mom that we cannot buy a ticket because that just shows impropriety, especially if we win. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't buy one either.
Why? You're not affiliated other than YouTube and you donated to Frank.
Yeah. No, man, but I'm looking forward to see what you make out of that. I mean, definitely that coffin tank. I mean, it's a cool tank, but it's way too small.
Yeah. As I look at it, it's kind of cool that it's streamlined, but it needs to be longer and a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Especially for an Evo motor, 1.2 gallons isn't going to get you far.
Yeah.
No, that needs
even if you kept that height, if it was like 3 inches longer. toward the
Yeah,
bottom.
and I was already toying with the idea of chopping it, extending it, and, welding it in, and I'm sitting there going, you know what? Even then, the lines won't be straight, because it'll come down, straighten out, then come back, taper back down. And it just wouldn't be, right. And,
Yeah.
I think my best option is, and to reach out to Lowbrow Customs and say, hey, man, I really appreciate the tank you guys sent me for this chopper bill. However, I did receive a frame from a donation, and it's real tiny for this frame. Is there any way I can exchange it? And I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure, because they're so willing to jump aboard on this build, and I think they did, I have to reread the email if I needed anything else to reach out to them. For this, what they have in stock from them as a vendor, that I will definitely, see if they have something else and say, can I exchange it for this? And if they say, we'll just send you another tank, you keep that one, then when I get this painted, I'll have this one painted to match, and then I'll either hang it up here in the OR or raffle it off as part of the donation to Homes of the Brave.
There you
I
go.
think you should make it a keychain.
Well, I think it's a perfect size tank for a Sportster S.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should make it a keychain, if you have to put it in to start it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That tank might dwarf the Sportster S, I'm picking on the Sportster S. Sorry, Nagi.
That's all right. You guys don't know. I get it. I get it. You guys don't know what you don't know. And, it's,
No, we don't know, because you just said you don't know.
Well, I know.
You guys don't know it. You can't, until you guys ride this bike. Dude, PA Biker rode the bike, and he said he was pretty surprised.
I was.
I was.
After 7 miles, I couldn't wait to get off that stupid little thing.
Huh?
My opinion. I don't know how you rode that thing all the way to Florida. My hat off to you for doing it, man. I couldn't even ride it 7 miles without sitting there going, I am so uncomfortable.
Just mind over matter, man. Anytime that my ass started hurting or whatever, I just started thinking about something else.
Mind over matter. Noggin has no mind, so it didn't matter.
Exactly.
That's right. That's
I
right.
love you, bro.
Noggin, you're getting called out. Q wants to.
Oh, riding, dude, riding. You don't understand that this thing would eat that thing up.
What, his CEO?
Any of his bikes, I mean. It's just, it comes down to weight, This thing's only like 500 pounds.
Yeah, you're what? You're what, another 340 pounds?
300-400 pounds, that makes a difference. I mean,
Yeah.
An object in motion stays in motion, and it's kind of like the same thing. If it weighs less, it's gonna go.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, I would love to do something like that. I'd love to, that's the one thing I like about Sturgis is they have that night where it's like, forget what they call it. It's like run what you brung or something. And everybody can go to the drag strip and you see choppers out there. You see gold wings out there. I mean, just whatever. And people are just running them just for the fun of it, just to see what they can do. I think that'd be fun as hell just to get all of us together and just freaking, just talk shit. Talk shit and run bikes,
Yeah.
I like to talk shit, drink beer.
There you go.
I mean, I'd probably get the trophy, but I mean, whatever.
Hey, Nigel,
Keeps
if you look at
flipping out on me.
the chopper, I got plenty of trophies. I don't need another one.
Yeah. Well, I noticed you haven't brought up Spaceball. So what's going on with that?
Well, I still got to take the top end apart. It's hurt. It did like 7,300 RPMs in first, second, third gear, and it started making a little bit of noise. So I'm gonna take the top end off and see what's going on and fix it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Yep.
It's got a little knock.
No, it's not a knock, it's a tapping
Like-
noise. It's
Hello?
a tapping noise, it's not a knock. So that's what happens with baseballs and, you know, and we're gonna make it healthy and happy again.
I'll
Hey,
tell you, man,
Harley,
you know, I just realized something, Dr. Harley. You know, talking all this, and everybody's like, I want to race Sportster. Mr. Thumper says he's down. Like, dude, imagine if we did like a YouTuber, or not even a YouTuber, but like a creator content like event where we all met at a drag strip and we just you know, and all the bets and stuff or whatever went to charity. I think that'd be cool.
yeah,
Tall's
Something like,
Tall's been trying to get something like that together.
yeah.
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 I mean,
Down.
I promise I won't go out of third gear, so you guys have a chance. But
I'll tell you what,
Oh,
I'll always
Jesus.
turn my rev limiter down to 6,000 RPM.
how come it always turns to this?
Because you open the doorway.
Well, I know, but you know, I love it. I do, I love it. This is where the side cat turns on me now.
So what stage is your chopper building at right now?
My
Go on.
chopper is basically you know, right to where it was. I got the rear wheel off. Next thing I need to do is I need to strip the front end. I need to get the wiring harness off it. I really need to strip it down to basically just the engine.
Yep.
Then I need to get the engine out. I need to cut it, put the hardtail on, get that welded. But I mean, I feel good with where I'm at because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of stuff I want to do, but I might not do it right now, you know.
Right.
Yeah, because there's always next winter. So I watched a lot of stuff on the carburetor on how to take that off, clean it out, jetting, you know, how to there's an air and fuel mixture in that carb.
Yep.
Harley actually puts a plug in there.
Yep.
So you can't fuck with it. And so
You can take that plug out.
that's I watched a video on how to get that out, how to open that up a little bit, you know, just little things like that. So I want to get the carb off, clean it up good, and that's probably it. And get it chopped, get the wheels, get the tins, and then just get it back together. And you know, get it ready for Daytona. And I want to bring it down there and, you know, just cruise around. And I'm gonna do a Springer seat. I've been doing lots of research on the Springers, and a lot of people say
Hey, Doc,
they
I'm going to go ahead and hop in the side chat.
All right, brother.
Thanks for letting me on. I'll talk
Anytime,
to y'all
man,
later.
you know that. Yep.
See you, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
Give
See you later, buddy.
room for somebody else to hop on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably will too here in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. But I want to do a Springer. There's different springs you can get, different sizes, and I guess they make a big difference. So I kind of want to mess around with that. But yeah, the next thing is getting this thing really stripped down, getting the wiring off it, getting the engine out of it, getting the front end off it, and get ready to cut it, get it welded, get the hardtail on, get that painted, and then at that point, I can start to get
See what
it.
Slim Jim says? You need an S&S carb.
Yeah, I would love an S&S carb, but at this point, it's not. I mean, those carbs are like $500.
Here's the link, everybody. If you want to jump on real quick, talk about choppers, thank Noggin for his donation, or just break Noggin stones for donating it. But I think that a thank you is more than warranted here. I mean, the guy did something totally amazing, not required, and I tried talking him out of it so he could raise money to do his own chopper build, but he didn't want to. He wanted to donate it, and that's amazing.
Nah, it was meant to be, dude. It was meant that the whole reason I got that chopper was to donate it to you. You gave me what I needed. I got my hardtail. You know, it's just sometimes things work out like that.
Before you even got your hardtail, you want to make this donation, and it says something about a person who wants to make a donation to help an organization that helps people that you don't even know. And it speaks a lot about your character and who Moto Noggin really is. And, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. And I appreciate it, and it's amazing.
Hell yeah, man. You know, I may not know these people, but I've had friends and family that have served, and some come back well, some come back not so well, and you know, it's a battle. It's a battle, man. It's, and you know, I have no idea what these people go through. So, you know what, donating that frame that I traded for a set of sports trims, I mean, dude, come on. I mean, why not, right? And then you're gonna make that thing awesome, dude. You're gonna make that thing badass, and I can't wait to see it.
Yep, and I can't wait to see it too. I can't wait to hear it run. I can't wait to hear this thing, you know, rip down the street. I can't wait to see who wins it, and they ride away on it and enjoy it.
Hell yeah. I'll be right back.
All right. And he'll be back after a few messages.
Yeah. Commercial break.
Actually, I was watching a live where they had commercial breaks into it because he was streaming it live on YouTube and on all his podcasts and his radio station. So I was like, wow, this is kind of weird. You're listening to the commercial breaks and you're seeing them just sitting there in the background. I was like, holy cow, that's different.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers that I watch, they got the little commercial breaks there, you know. Goes into something and then something else, and then you got to push end something or skip something or whatever, and it goes.
No, I'm talking. It wasn't even that. It was legit. Okay, we'll be back after these messages, and he plays the message, and you're just watching everybody sit there going. I'm like, wow, this is
funny. Too funny.
Yeah. Hey, Gene Kelly, how you doing?
Hey, Gene.
I won't be in Ocean City. Oh, wow. Gene, I hope you feel better. You know, my prayers go out to you. Get better soon. I won't be in Ocean City myself. I'm going to be at Catskill Mountain Thunder. But I hope you get better soon. And, you know, don't fall downstairs, man. That hurts.
Yeah.
As you know, but yeah, I hope you get better soon. He says he's doing good.
Good. Be praying for you.
And he gave his concert tickets away. Right on, man. That's good for
you.
So to bring you up to speed, a lot of people made donations either through super chats or I had one large Venmo donation, which amounted to $400 after all said and done. And Moto Noggin bought this rolling chassis behind me and realized he was in over his head with it, and then sold it to me for the $400 that I raised for an old chopper bill to support homeless veterans, you know, for the Homes for the Brave. So this is what this is all about. And, you know, Noggin, thank you again for making such a great donation.
Oh man, you know, it was like I keep saying, it was meant to be, dude. It was just things. Sometimes things happen for a reason, and you don't know why. But
well, you're right up there now with Deadbeat Customs, Low Bar Customs, and Moto Noggin is listed.
You know, hey, good. You know, that's awesome, man. I just like I said, I'm excited to see what you do with it, and I'm excited to you know, be there when you raffle the bike off,
Yeah.
and just see, the joy it brings to whoever wins it, and
Yeah.
it's a great cause.
It will have a 3-inch, my dream is a 3-inch open primary as well as a Springer front end.
Nice, nice.
You know, I had one on my last chopper that I owned. It was a 93 Softail that, I chopped out, a little new school, a little old school. I loved it. It was an 80 cubic inch motor. It was poured out to 85 cubic inch. It had a big cam in it. SMS said wouldn't work. I had to ground the lower casing for load clearance, and I had clearance the rocker boxes because it would have pushed the rocker arms through the rocker boxes, but it clearance them. So I had to clearance those for that cam to work, and that thing ran like a bat out of hell. I'm not going to do that with this bike, but it will be a reliable, dependable running Evo or shovelhead or whatever motor I get in this thing. And it's going to be a lot of fun to ride.
Hell yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Hey, riding and wrenching, if you win this bike, I will sign it, and I'm sure I'll get Noggin down here to sign it. I might have to tease him with we had a steak dinner in front of him with some baked potatoes and corn on the cob, but I'm sure.
Listen, I only sign tits. So.
You're not signing mine. Gene, I bet you're sick of missing Ocean City. I'm missing Ocean City. I keep thinking about what a great time I had there last year, and I think it's ruining my excitement of going to Catskill Mountain Thunder. The only thing that really is keeping me exciting is the bands that are playing on Saturday. And some of the riding up there in the countryside, I'm really looking forward to riding around the Catskills. I understand there's some really great riding, some really great roads, some amazing scenery. So I'm looking forward to that. Plus, the guys from the Hudson Valley Biker Network is going to be up there. He said he's going to take me on a private guided ride, just he and I, and maybe one or two other people. Emily, the Lady Bike Builder, is going to be there. She's in the Motorcycle Channel family with me, and we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of curious to see how this little rally is, and of course I'll put out a video and I'll give you my thoughts. Hey Ray, welcome buddy, welcome to the show, man. I got the link right here if you want to join in and give your thoughts about Noggin's donation to my chopper bill. It's right behind me on the lift. It's the frame he bought and announced, I want to say about a week ago, was it, Noggin?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and now it belongs to the Homes for the Brave chopper bill.
Hell yeah.
So,
well, I'm going to jump off on the side chat, let somebody else get a chance to get in too.
All right, Keith, it's good to see you, buddy.
All right, man.
That's your wife.
See you, man.
And thank you for your service.
Glad you're healthy.
All right, brother. Later.
Peace.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's where we are, Noggin, exciting stuff. The night you came down, I put the gas tank on it and we were hemming and hawing over it. And we both said it's kind of small.
Yeah, it's a cool tank. It's just
Everybody else says it's small, and I agree with them. I just want to
if
more.
If I put it on my Sportster, it'd probably look good, but
yeah, I think
that's a sporty tank.
Yeah, you know what, Noggin? If Lowbrow says, keep the tank, we'll send you a bigger one, then I'll give this one to you.
Well, I mean, it's small. It's only 1.2. Gas has kind of been my issue. So,
well, it's a Sportster. They always need gas.
I would say raffle it. And
Ray's still driving. Oh,
Ray's still driving. Yeah. Noggin, did I send you stickers? Probably so. I don't know if you did. I'll have to check it out. I got a bunch of stickers I need to get up. But I'm actually putting them on my toolbox because somebody told me that if I don't have any stickers in my toolbox, that's not cool. So,
My toolbox doesn't have stickers on it. I got a badass mural of Dean Scusa and his Top Fuel Funny Car doing the burnout, though.
yeah. I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool to think about each person that sent me these, and
Oh, absolutely. I got them on my cabinet, though.
I know. I saw your cabinet. You got all the ones, and it's cool to look back on. And like Michael Bike, like that's an old sticker. He's got new stickers now, and just all the random people I met.
Oh, that'd be great if I get an Indian Larry tank. I've reached out to the Indian Larry shop about a donation for this, and they've never responded. I'm going to reach out again. Or maybe I might just take a ride down to New York into the Bronx and stop in.
Yeah.
Maybe I could strong arm them into giving me stuff.
I think it's one of those things, right? Like it's going to gain traction.
Yeah, I hope so.
And as people see you gaining traction, they may say, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, because right now it's like, well, do you want to donate?" And they're like, well, how much is this person looking for? Like we're now like, if like you got an engine or whatever, they're like, "Hey, we'll throw you a seat. We can donate the seat to help." You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I think as it goes, you're going to get a lot more people kind of catching on to it and going, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, this is a good cause, and let's get behind this guy and this foundation."
I do want to reach out to TC Bros. I've been a customer of theirs when I had my chopper. They got some products that I like. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I have some ideas with some LED lights that will be placed strategically, that when the bike's off, you don't see them, but when they're on, you'll see them, and it'll be pretty badass.
Hell yeah. Right now, we got to get you an engine, a transmission,
A primary, a front end, handlebars, a proper size tank.
Yep, all that stuff. But hopefully over the winter, you can get all this stuff and get this thing ready for spring.
Well, it'll go out the paint in spring then if I have everything. And then once it's out the paint, then I could send the build sheet and everything to Homestead Brave. They could start the process of getting the permits for getting the raffle. Then they can start selling raffle tickets.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause that's it too. You want to have, it's like the autism bike that Weems built for the 5 Dirty Bikers or whatever.
Yep.
You want to give plenty of time for people to see it, buy tickets, raise money.
Right. So I'm thinking they, have the raffle ticket sell for a year, because they do a party every year at like a barbecue party every year in the summer. So we could start selling tickets then, close it a year later, and at that barbecue, announce the winner, have the bike there, hopefully have you there, have the Lowbrow Customs banner there, banner from Deadbeat Customs if I could get one, and anybody else who donates, have all those banners up around the bike, really showing highlighting everybody. Of course, I'll have my banner there as the builder in the center.
Yeah.
But, most important is the banners for everybody who donated to it. I can actually, at the end, do a tax write-off for my labor in building it, but I'm not going to, because I'm doing this because I want to help out my veteran community.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's it, man. Like I said, in the world we live in now, people don't realize, like you look at like I look back on, my kids, both my boys really like history. And you look at World War II and, world's greatest generation and, what these kids went through, on D-Day, 16, 17 years old. I mean, it's just amazing. And, just to think now, like,
That's why they're considered the greatest generation.
yeah, they really are. And now, like, you look at some of these kids, they can't go without a phone. Like, they have no idea, like, what was sacrificed for this country. And there needs to be, anything, like that, I want to get behind and, I want to help out.
Yeah, and it's greatly appreciated. I can't say enough. You know, your street cred has gone up in my book. I'm sure in everybody else's book. I know Mike said that you went up, way up in his book for doing this, and we'll see what we can do to help you out as well as you helped us out, and see what we can do. You never know. Work together as a community.
Yeah, heck yeah. And I mean, it's not about me. It's not about my donation. It's about the cause, and that's the biggest thing. I mean, yeah, I donated whatever, but like at the end of the day, it's about the foundation, it's about the charity, it's about helping people that need help, and so it's like that's good. I'm glad that if street cred whatever, but people know who I am, and
Yeah, and well, like I said, this speaks a lot to your character, and it really does well for your character.
yeah, I mean, and good. I'm glad, but realistically, I'm just more happy that this can go for something good, and I want to see it through, and I feel like and all the videos I made and all the stuff I've done, live streams, I just feel good that I was in a position where I could help something, I could do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's not about me. It's about the build and about the charity.
Yeah.
So I think I think any one of us would have did it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is what it is.
Look at that. See, even Ray says we like you, Noggin.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody and and all the good vibes, but
Yep.
That's it. But
And we all might tease you, we might all might break your stones, but at the end of the day, we all like you. And, that's why I wanted to have that ride when we all got together up at Lake George, so we could all spend more time together and hang out.
No,
It wasn't really about the ride. It was about hanging out with you and Blue and Roy's Motor Ventures and Corey and Two Wheel Therapy and of course Roadie Riders. It was a great time, a great day with some great people. And since you were guest, you took the gondola down by yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and I, it's just what I like to do, man. I like to ride and I like to be around people with the same mindset and I don't mind ball busting. I know I bring it on myself and and I love it. I mean, I love it. I do. I love it.
All in good fun with no malicious intent.
Yeah.
And if there was malicious intent, then now I'll have a problem with that person.
Yeah, no, there's definitely none of that. And yeah, what we need to do is I like the idea of the drag race for charity.
Yeah.
We need to find a drag strip. We all need to bring our bikes and we need to race. I'll bring the
I'll bring the Serial One bicycle, drag race that.
Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, think about it, dude. If we get Tweedledee, if we get Hells, Ryan Renchen. I mean, dude, if we get like this all-star cast and do like a
Oh, don't forget Monkey in there.
Monkey. Oh yeah, no, I mean Monkey, everybody. I mean, and then we do like a bracket system, kind of like the Final Four, and everybody kind of like gets. Dude, I think that would be fun as hell, and if it raised money for a charity, even better. You know what I mean? So
I think another good charity is St. Jude. They do a lot of great things for kids. Um, these kids get sick and they don't ask for it.
Yeah.
And for the kids to get there, the families not be built for one thing and have a place to stay and all that. That's amazing.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
another good charity. I have, as a veteran, I have my reservations, and I could be wrong now, but I have my reservations with Wounded Warrior. But, that's why I don't support them.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think if anything, you have the big charities that you can support, but I like that you're doing a local one. And sometimes the local ones need that. You know what I mean? They don't get the funding from the government or they need that shot in the arm, to keep them going and local community to help them out. So I think that's great, man. I love that.
Yep. See, Tweedle says they already have a track in Knoxville. Come on down, Noggin.
Let's go.
Waiting on that uphill race.
Is it a drag strip? I mean, I'm not taking my sports car on dirt.
No, it's a drag strip.
Yeah, I mean, a drag strip, I think it'd be cool. We do it safe. The biggest thing would be nobody gets hurt. Everybody, we realize it's for charity. Like nobody's gonna full send it into the wall or anything. Like, yeah, I think it'd be. Dude, think about it. It'd be huge. We got everybody in. We did a drag race. Sports dress, baggers. We could do categories. I mean, dude, it'd be fun.
Yeah, we'll pull Bert and George down.
Yeah,
we'll get Bry out there.
Yeah, get everybody. Get everybody in there. Get some West Coast guys come out. You know what I mean? Like, you got a badass bike, bring it.
And you know what? We'll even get Blockhead to come up with Goldzilla. I'll line up against Goldzilla.
Yeah, he's a busy guy. I mean, hopefully he could, but it would even be cool just to get the little guys like us.
But I want to line up against Goldzilla.
Well, yeah, you do, but that would be a lot of fun. And I think we need to get behind this, and maybe it's something we can do for next year. We can all talk about. I know.
Well, next year's already pretty busy for me.
Yeah, I mean, I know Dallas is talking. It's going to have his event here in September, October.
Yep.
I think it is because my niece is getting married, so I can't go.
Yeah.
But dude, how cool would that be?
I would love to get out to Dallas's event, but unfortunately, it's not feasible for me to get there. But after this rally, that's it for me for the year for rallies. I'm going to do my darndest to get out to the CSSTL in St. Louis for the Chopper Show, and then there's Daytona, and of course Gettysburg again, Ocean City again, and then I'm going to go to Loretta Lynn's as well. So
yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Something like do a bracket style. You know what I mean? Kind of do like categories. That way, if people have like, maybe an older bike that ain't going to compete with a new bike, I think it would be huge. We could raise a ton of money and just keep it small and, just have some fun.
Exactly.
Raise money for a charity or maybe a couple of charities. I don't know. Live stream it. It could be a good time. I mean, probably win and everything, but I mean, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I don't need a trophy. I mean,
Yep. Well, you know what, Noggin? We're coming up on an hour, 50 minutes. We have 15 people in the side chat. Thank you very much. we're actually going to end this in about 10 minutes at the 2 hour mark, because I do have to get up early tomorrow. And I got all my eggs in one basket with the wife on the back. And we're going to be headed up to the Catskills. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be a great weekend.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. That's a good day right there, man. I'll text you. I'll get down for Saturday if I can. I'll check out some campgrounds. I'll see what I can put together real quick.
I'll text you the address
Yeah.
right now as we speak.
Even if I just do a tournament, you know what I mean? I just go down for a day, hang out with you guys, chill.
Make sure you bring Blue with you.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get a hold of Blue. I mean, that would be cool.
All right, I just sent you the address to Berkshire. No, what is it called? Blackthorn Resort. That's where the rally is, at the Blackthorn.
The Backdoor Resort.
Blackthorn.
I was going to say the Backdoor Resort. I don't know about that, man. Like, I was like, whoa, hold on here.
Trust me, if that was the name of the joint, I wouldn't be going.
What kind of rally is this, dude? Like, holy shit. Is NSYNC going to be playing? I mean,
Well, I already told you the bands that are going to be playing.
Oh, shit, dude. I love it. No, okay. The Black Thor Resort. Not
Blackthorn, like thorns on a rose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thorn.
Yep.
Okay.
But I got you the address. You can plug it into your GPS and, grab Blue. Tell him you're going for a ride on the day on Saturday. I wish he was here tonight. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, man, I need to ride too. Get the sports down there. Hell yeah. That'd be fun.
Oh, Dumpers, you're going up to Knoxville tomorrow. Please travel safe. Have a great time. And, get to bed, get some sleep, because I know you do all the driving. Be safe.
Oh, he's towing his rig up there?
I'm sure. I mean, they're going to Knoxville. They're not going to ride up and get a hotel.
Right. Yeah.
They got their house. All they got to do is hook up and pull their house with them.
Yeah, I know. That's awesome. I'm glad they got their truck figured out, But watch out, Knoxville. Here comes the rain.
Well, as of right now, knock on wood, the weather's looking good. And I can tell you, after the past month and a half I've had here in the garage, I could use a few days off to unwind and relax, because it's been crazy in here, and I'm not complaining. I've been busy. Everybody's been having all these lives, and I've been in this, listening in the side chat as I've been wrenching and working in here. Every night of the week, for instance, the last night, the night before, I was in here till 11 o'clock at night working. I could have stayed in here Monday night working even later, but I decided, you know what, enough's enough. There's always tomorrow, and I got it. When I get back on Monday, I have a bike coming in. It's a Road Glide 3. I'm going to do some handlebars on it, so watch out for that video.
Really? Nice. Oh, that's cool.
Would you lose your train of thought?
No, my son came out here to get the bag of
Well, hello, your wife.
Yeah, to the bag of returnables to pick up the cans out there.
Yeah.
He's making a bunch of noise and trying not to be but no, dude, I mean, you know what? Enjoy it. Take it, enjoy it. And I just looked it up. It's only an hour and a half for me, so
it's 120 miles for me. And I got the new suspension technologies suspension on the bike, front and rear. And I've only ridden it roughly about 40 miles back and forth to work yesterday, because that was the only day this week it hasn't rained or thunderstormed. So tomorrow's going to be a good test of the suspension, because the bike is loaded down right now as we speak, and will be 2 up. And I'm going to compare it, because I know what the Legend arc suspension feels like with the settings I have for that configuration. And I could stiffen or soften those shocks. But I'm gonna leave them at this factory positions on the ride up and then make a decision, do I need to soften or stiffen them for the ride home? Or if it's really stiff or too soft for the ride up, all I gotta do is pull the bags off and make the way, you know?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it because I know that a lot of people have really talked about suspension technologies, and I mean these are people that ride and that know it. But I also know that you've tried a bunch of different suspensions, so definitely looking forward to see what you think of them. And like you said, I mean, you know, not that they're a bargain price, but you know,
Actually, they are.
yeah, I mean, when you look
To give you an idea, the rear shocks I took off of my bike were $1,500.
holy shit.
And what I spent for front and rear was $1,670.
Damn. So I mean that would be cool. I mean, and I know Health, I know Tweedledee, and those guys swear by him. So I think they're going to be awesome. I think they're going to blow you away. And
Well, I already have my install, my initial thoughts video, you know, put together, edited and uploaded, and it's going to be available Sunday night at 8 p.m. I'm not premiering it because if you notice, I put that questionnaire out. You guys prefer a premiere, just let the video happen, or dealer's choice. A lot of it was dealer's choice. And with me traveling on Sunday, I didn't want to miss my premiere, so I said, I'll just let it happen.
yeah,
And, you know,
that's it, man. Just let it go, man. Whatever it needs to be, it'll be. And you're going to get a ton of people that watch it because a lot of people,
I hope so.
especially when you're talking about suspension and baggers, and you know, you got the Oleans and you got the Legends with the reserves on the back, and a lot of people say like those reserves don't do shit. Like
Actually, they do. They cool the oil that's in the shock.
right, but like a lot of
people don't adjust them. Like I have a setting for rebound compression on those reservoir Legends for just me. And then there's a setting when it's just Mel and I, and then there's a setting when it's Mel and I and we're loaded down like we are right now. And we still had that Cadillac kind of feel, soft, comfortable ride.
right.
So, like I said, tomorrow's going to be a really good test of it. My original idea was do the rears, take it for a ride, gather my thoughts about it, throw Mel on it, go for a ride, gather my thoughts and her thoughts, get it on video, then do the fronts, take it for another ride with just myself and another ride with just her, gather our thoughts together, and then, you know, post the video. But because of weather restraints, of thunderstorms, torrential rain, I said, you know what? I'm just going to post the video after I take it to work because I had it after work on Tuesday. I had to get in here and finish up a bike that I delivered this afternoon for the guy so he can have it for the weekend.
Yeah. I mean, but it's you know, it'll be cool to have Mel on the back because she's ridden with you on long distance. On the back,
she's right on top of those rear shocks.
Yeah. So, you know, to get her thoughts of do they feel the same? And I mean, if they feel the same and their price, I mean, win-win. Do they feel better? Even better.
There will be a follow-up video with those thoughts.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah. But I have a feeling that they're going to be amazing. And, you know, hopefully I can get one for my Sportster S. The whole 2 inches of suspension travel I have.
Well, I honestly, you know, compare apples to apples. The Legends I had were 13-inch shocks, which is an inch taller than factory. So I wanted that extra shock travel.
Right.
So when I ordered suspension technologies, I ordered them 13-inch. So I'm comparing a 13-inch shock to a 13-inch shock.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm looking forward to it. So, but yeah, man, I'll definitely see it. I mean, I don't know. I'll text you, but I mean, I'm planning on coming down Saturday, hanging out with you and having a good time.
Yeah, it definitely will. Well, we are at the 2-hour mark. I'd like to thank you for coming on and XAN and PA Biker, but most of all, thank you for your donation to the Homes for the Brave chopper bill. Greatly appreciated. It's going to go a long way. It's a cornerstone of the bill, to be honest with you. It is a good cornerstone for the bill. You know, you need a good foundation to build anything on, and that's a good foundation. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank everybody in the site chat for coming on tonight and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, guys, I want everybody to live the best life you can and ride often and ride hard.
Peace.